Jelly Belly beans begin as a mixture of water, cornstarch, sugar, and corn syrup. A highly concentrated additive, made using natural flavoring or juices, is added to the mixture. The company produces over 50 official flavors, including bubblegum, tutti frutti, and watermelon. There can be over 100 different flavors on the market at any time. The hot mixture is transported to a machine called a mogul, which combines several parts of the production. It creates molds for the gummy cores by imprinting large sheets of cornstarch with over 1,000 jelly bean shapes per tray. The mogul places the flavored mixture into the cornstarch molds. 28 trays per minute are filled, each with 2.5 pounds of candy. The filled molds are then left to dry overnight in the factory dry room. The room is climate controlled for high temperature and low humidity. This results in the bean's iconic chewy candy core. The trays return to the mogul, and the bean cores are removed from their cornstarch molds. These molds are then broken up and recycled. A steam spray and sugar coat goes onto the beans, preventing them from sticking together. The candies are left to cure overnight a second time. They undergo what is called the engrossing process. In this process, the beans are put into rotating kettle drums that evenly distribute any added flavoring. After coating the beans 4 times, they are covered with a drying mixture. This creates the thin, hard shell around the gummy center. The beans are then checked for quality and shape. Those that do not meet company standards are sold as belly flops at the factory store. The inspected candy travels to a printing machine, where a roller prints the company logo using white food coloring. They label over 20,000 beans every minute. The finished beans travel to the factory's distribution and shipping center. Here, they are packaged to be sold to eager customers around the world. The Jelly Belly Candy Company began as a family business in 1869, founded by German immigrant Gustav Golitz and his younger brothers Albert and George. The 3 brothers opened a candy store in Belleville, Illinois, and distributed their products to surrounding towns using a horse-drawn wagon. They became well known for their tasty treats. The Golitzes would continue to sell their confections for the rest of their lives, and their children continued the family business. At the turn of the century, the company began to produce candy corn, establishing itself as one of the nation's leading candy makers. The business continued to expand and began to produce ever more varieties of candy, including spice drops and their famous jelly beans. In 1976, at the request of David Klein, a candy and nut distributor, the company created a new type of jelly bean called the Jelly Belly bean, made with natural flavors in their chewy cores and sold in 8 individual flavors. These new beans became a huge success in the early 1980s, due largely to the unofficial endorsement of President Ronald Reagan. Reagan distributed these beans on his campaign, gave them as gifts to dignitaries, and even sent the beans into outer space. As a result, Jelly Belly gained instant popularity and became a household brand. Today, the company owns 3 factories located in Illinois, Wisconsin, and here in Fairfield, California, and produces over 37 million pounds of candy every year. From the early days of the Goelitz Company to the Jelly Belly Candy Company of today, it is the insistence for quality and the pursuit of perfection that has delighted customers around the world.